I'm performing a scene from The Murders at Argos by David Foley, and I'll be playing Electra, who is defending her brother to her grandfather as he is on trial for murdering their mother. Where is your shame? Any of you? How dare you stand there and pretend to judge him? You talk of law and justice, as if you knew what those words meant. Where is your shame? If you kill my brother, it won't be because of his alleged crime. It will be because he is an inconvenience to you. He is a sign of your disease and your corruption, and you'd sooner not have to look at him. Where was your justice when my father was murdered? Where were your noble ideals then? They weren't convenient. My mother was powerful, so you laid aside your scruples and pretended nothing had happened. But now my brother comes to right a terrible wrong, and you fall on him like birds of prey. Justice indeed. How I admired you once. The brave men of Greece sailing off to war. So strong, so glorious. I believed in you. Now you've returned. The world laid waste because of you. And you dare to judge us. You have failed us. Your evil generation. You've bred us up in violence. And then when we are violent, you tell us we are diseased, we are unnatural. Well, if we are diseased, then who are the carriers? Who infected us? If Orestes is guilty, then so are you. Condemn Orestes and condemn yourselves. Remember, we are your children. We are your children. We are your children.
Thank you.
I will be performing A Prayer for Wings by Sean Matthias. Here I will be playing the character of Rita, who is discussing how she could kill her mother. Now I could do it. Do it in. Finish it off. I take that pillow and hold it over her head. She's got no strength in that small body of hers. Hardly any fight in them arms. The struggle wouldn't even be noticeable. Except, I suppose, if they examined her insides, her lungs would be all funny. I suppose it wouldn't look like she just passed on in her slumbers. Still, I could run away. Go to a really big city. Go to a really big country. Meet a man. A real man. We'd go out dancing, to the cinema, posh restaurants, and he wouldn't try to interfere. He'd be a real gent. He'd pop the question on bended knee and I'd say, yes, yes, boy, I'll have you to have and to hold in sickness, God save us, and in health to our dying day. I'd cook and I'd wash and we'd have our own machine. And I'd give you babies. 4 boys. Lovely little boys. And they'd grow up to be captains. Captains of their teams. Captains of their generations. And we'd be old and comfortable and proud of our boys. Our 4 boys. And there'd be no smelly grandparents to have to answer to. Mom, are you asleep? Sleeping, Mom? There's a bad smell in here. A definite bad smell. I think Mum's been farting. Call this life? Mum, settle down, love. I can hear you shuffling. Wishing and wishing and wishing and wishing and wishing and wishing and wishing.
Cosmic by Frank Cottrell Boyce. In this scene, I will be playing the part of Liam, who's trying to explain to his parents how to get out of a sticky situation. Mum, Dad, if you're listening, you know I said I was going to the South Lakeland Outdoor Activity Centre with school. To be completely honest, I'm not exactly in the Lake District. To be completely honest, I'm more sort of in space. I'm on this rocket, the Infinite Possibility. I'm about 200,000 miles above the surface of the Earth. I'm all right. Ish. I know I have some explaining to do. This is me doing it. I lied about my age. I sort of gave the impression I was about 30. Obviously, I'm more sort of 13-ish. On my next birthday. To be fair, everyone lies about their age. Adults pretend to be younger. Teenagers pretend to be older. Children wish they were grown-ups. Grown-ups wish they were children. It's not like I had to try very hard, is it? Everyone always thinks I'm older than I really am, just because I'm tall. In St. Joan of Arc Primary, the teachers seem to think height and age were the same thing. If you're taller than someone, you must be older than them. If you're tall and you made a mistake, even if it was only your first day, you got, "You should know better, a big lad like you." Why, by the way? Why should a big lad know better just because he's big? King Kong's a big lad. Would he know the way to the toilet block on his first day of school when no one had told him? No, I didn't think he would. Anyway, a few hours back, the Infinite Possibility was supposed to make a routine manoeuvre, and basically, it didn't. And now, I'm very lost in space. I've brought this mobile phone with me because it's got pictures of home on it. It's also got this audio diary function. That's what I'm talking into now. Talking makes me feel less lonely.
In this extract, I will be talking about how Mandy has just found out that her best friend is a thief. Bad Girls by Jacqueline Wilson. Tanya brushed out my hair when we got back to my house and fixed the green velvet band into place. "It's called a scrunchie," said Tanya. "There, looks great, eh?" "Yeah, great. Thank you ever so much, Tanya," I said. "I love my scrunchie." My tummy felt all scrunched up too. It was so lovely of Tanya to give it to me. She was the best friend in all the world. But she'd stolen it. Well, I didn't know that for certain. It looked as if she'd snatched it straight off the shelf, but I hadn't been able to see properly. She might have paid for it with the money in her pocket. I could ask her straight out, but I didn't dare. It would sound so awful. Thanks for the present, Tanya. By the way, did you pay for it, or did you steal it? And if she had stolen it, then what? I knew it was wrong to steal things, especially from people like Mrs. and Mr. Patel, who didn't make very much money out of their corner shop. Although, it was only a hairband. A little velvet scrunchy hairband that only cost £1 or £2. It wasn't as if it was really valuable.